Hello, boys and girls. It is Fido Day 21, Tuesday, April 21st. This is our second day where we're going to practice multiplying with mixed numbers. Today, we're going to be looking at some word problems. You will still need your gold packet because it has the steps to multiplying mixed numbers. You will also need your volume 2 book. We're going to start on page 748. And you will need your multiplication chart to help you with the multiplication facts you're going to need. So first thing we're going to do together is we're going to do the 3 word problems at the top of page 748. Once we're done with that, you guys are going to do page 750, numbers 4, 5, and 6. So 750, number 4, 5, and 6. Please read those problems carefully. Please remember that our skill is that we're multiplying mixed numbers. So let's get started. Let's read number 14. If you're not there, go ahead and pause the video. Get your gold packet, your multiplication chart, and your book on page 748. Go ahead and pause it if you need to. Number 14, page 748, Alexandra made a rectangular quilt. So let's draw her quilt right over here. See right there. And it measured 3 1/4 feet in length and 2 3/4 feet in width. To find area, you multiply the length times the width. What is the area of the quilt in square feet? Write an equation to solve. So what we basically need to do, boys and girls, is we need to multiply the width, 3 1/4, the length times the width, 2 3/4. And we're going to get our area. Everybody see that? So I'm going to work right over here in the margin. 3 1/4 is 13/4. And 2 3/4 is 11/4. So I need to multiply 13 times 11. Now, I remember something yesterday. 13 times 11. I already did it yesterday on page 747, number 9. 11 times 13 was 148. I'm sorry, 143. 143, 143, 143. So 13 times 11 is still 143. If you have your multiplication chart, you're probably like, I already knew that, Mrs. Steve. But that's okay. And 4 times 4 is 16. Let's go ahead and let's set up a division problem over here for 143/16. 143 divided by 16. 16 won't go into 1, it won't go into 14, it's got to go into 143. 5 times would be 80, that's too low. Let's jump up, let's try 7 times is 112. I'm getting closer. 8 times, I think 8 times is going to be the right amount. So let's do 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 1. There we go. Let's see. Got to regroup on this, don't we? Ooh, that was close. So we get 8 with a remainder of 15. So we're going to come over here and we're going to say area equals 8 with a remainder of 15. I got to go back and grab what my divisor was. My divisor right there. Extreme close up. Look, my camera can't even focus. I'm so close. See, there we go. Better. My divisor was 16. So over here, 8 and 15 out of 16. Now, our units were feet. But for area, we use how many square feet? So it would be 8 and 15/16 square feet. Let's take a look at number 15. Lainey bought 1 2/3 pounds of grapes. She also bought bananas that were 2 1/4 times the weight of the grapes. How much did the bananas weigh? So again, her grapes were 1 2/3 pound. We're going to multiply that times 2 1/4 to get how much the bananas weighed. Let's come on over here. 1 2/3. 1 2/3 is going to be 5/3 times 2 1/4 is going to be 9/4. I'm just double checking my math. Yep. Here we go. 5 times 9 is 45. 3 times 4 is 12. We need to set up a division box with 45 in, 12 out. 12 will not go into 4, but it will go into 45 3 times. That's 36. I need to subtract. 15 take away 6 is 9. Notice that I had to regroup there. So the 9 goes on top and the 12 goes on the bottom. 9 12s. I can divide by 9 by a number and also divide my 12 by that number. Can you think of it? If you were thinking 3, you're right. So it's 3, and then 9 divided by 3 on top is 3, and 12 divided by 3 on the bottom is 4. So 45 twelfths becomes 3 9 twelfths, and 9 twelfths becomes 3/4. So how much did those bananas weigh, boys and girls? They weighed 3 whole pounds and 3/4 of another pound. 3 3/4 pounds. Last one for today. Mrs. Pleshich, Mrs. P, has a 17 3/4 ounce bag of chocolate chips. She will use 1 1/4 ounces of chocolate chips for baking the cake. Then she will use 1/4 of the remaining bag for decorating a cake. How many ounces will she use for decorating? Well, the first thing we need to do here, boys and girls, is we need to get rid of the amount that she uses for baking the cake. And for that, we actually are going to subtract what she used for the cake off. So remember, subtract your fractions. 3/4 minus 1/4 is 2/4. Subtract your whole number. 17 minus 1 is 16. So I can rewrite this in simplest form. So after she baked the cake, she only had 16 1/2 ounces of chocolate chips. She's going to use 1/4 of that. So in order to find 1/4 of that, we multiply by 1/4. So she has 16 1/2 ounces after using some for baking the cake. She's going to use 1/4 of that 16 1/2 ounces to decorate the cake. So let's change 16 1/2. 16 times 2 is 32, plus 1 is 33 halves times 1/4. So this is what's going to get us to our answer, boys and girls. 33 halves times 1/4. Sorry, I had to grab a different pencil. That pencil ran out of lead. Teacher problems, right? Here we go. 33 times 1 is 33. 2 times 4 is 8. How many 8s go into 33? Well, let's figure that out. How many 8s go into 33? 4. 4 8s is 32. So there's 1 left over. We're going to put that 1 left over on top and the 8 underneath. So how many ounces is she going to use to decorate? 1/4 of 16 1/2, which is 4 1/8 ounce. Your job, boys and girls, is to turn to page 750. You're going to do numbers 4, 5, and 6 only. You're going to take a picture or scan it and email it to me, amanda.steve@westernbeaver.org. I look forward to taking a look at your work. I'm sure you're all doing fabulous things. Email me if you have a question. I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.